Hi, it's Lucy here, and I have exciting news and a huge prize, so keep watching and listening. And first off, I want to get straight into this video as I have lots of card making to do and show, and then we can chat. I'm going to be creating with these 3 tapes today from the Washi Tape Shop. Aren't they beautiful? There's so many gorgeous designs on each PET tape too, so where to start? I'll create a total of 9 cards, 3 cards with each of these tapes. And I hope you love them as much as I do. Well, I created this card very quickly. All the cards can be made so fast with these tapes. I'm going to recreate a similar card to show how quick and easy it is, but this time I'll use the cobalt blue tape, so it's a different version. And I'll find one of the longest floral designs and roughly cut it off the tape. And then I'll roughly fussy cut around it, which you don't have to do this part, but I do like how it looks when it has just a thin border around it. And then I can cut it in half, just approximately. It doesn't have to be precise. And then we can get on to making the card front. And I'm going to use my thin, it's a 0.3 nib black marker, and I'm just going around the outside of my card with the ruler as well, because I do want straight lines for it. I feel like the floral designs are very beautiful and delicate, and I'm not sure whether if I was to do rough lines, whether it would really look cohesive together. So once I've done those lines, all I need to do is decide where I want to place these beautiful florals and which way round I want the card to go. I could make a landscape card or a portrait card. And so anyway, I've decided on a portrait card for this one. And to get the PET tape off the backing, as they've got a protective backing on them and they're adhesive, all you need to do is just give them a bit of a roll with your thumb. And if in the one spot you can't seem to manage to roll it off, then just try a different area. That's what I do, and I always find one pretty quickly. I won't just get frustrated and stay on the same spot. Just keep moving it around until you find a really easy part to start the process. And these are so easy to stick down as well. And you don't have to be perfect about it. If there's any parts of it that's hanging over the edge of the card, you can just turn the card over and use your scissors or a craft knife to cut off any excess that's hanging over. No one will know because this was never a full piece to begin with, because we cut it in half. So now I'm trying to decide which sentiment I want and which colour. And I'm deciding that I like the black more over the rose gold, but I'm going to also try it in this electric blue metallic card that I have here. I've had this for ages in my stash. I don't even know where it came from, but it goes beautifully with this cobalt blue wash PET tape. So I think I'm going to use this and have a really monochromatic card. I don't really use many supplies today for these cards, and they all turn out beautiful in my opinion, and hopefully in yours. But I'll have links to everything that I have used in the description box below. I want to use some Nuvo drops, and I feel like this aqua color is way too much for the card, so I'm going to use my black as I don't have any other type of blue. And I'm not sure if you've ever done this before, but right at the end of the card, I have made a big splodge mark with my Nuvo drops. So as quick as I can, I'm going to try to clean it up with my craft knife, and I'll give it a little bit of a scrape as well, which can take off the very top layer of the white card, and that helps to take away the markings. You just have to be careful not to go too far. I'll also just add one more little black dot as well over the top so that it's really not so noticeable. And even though they don't look perfect together, I don't think anyone will notice at the end. See how quick and easy that was? Do you think that you could do that too? I think anyone can. But I also have some more easy designs coming up. Let's go. So on to the next card, and I'm going to use the Rose Noir PET tape, and this is black with a little bit of grey in it, and it has rose gold, and it's absolutely stunning in real life, and I'm hoping that you can see it on camera how gorgeous it is. And of course, because it has the rose gold accents, I'm going to use rose gold sentiment today for this one. And I'm just using 2 of the designs and popping them down, and then I decide to continue and keep going with the other 2 corners as well. I'm going to have a look and see about layering up the sentiment with black and the rose gold, and I really like how that looks, but I do change it up a little bit, so keep watching. And I've also got to tell you about a huge prize that the Washi Tape is giving to one of my viewers, and I'm so excited. So anyway, I'm just trying to find a better size one. That other smaller one wasn't quite enough for that corner. So luckily they have so many different designs and sizes of roses and things like that. So I was able to find this one, which I think goes perfectly. I don't want them all to be huge, big corners. And so I think this is really nice. And I've just added 2 little flowers as an extra for it to go a little bit further in that corner, which you can do. You can layer them up, and I will show you that in more cards to come. So I'm just layering up this sentiment as well. I've just used my glue, and I'm just doing it off center as well so that you can see the rose gold underneath. And now I'm just going to cut off all of these sides, but don't throw them out. It doesn't mean that they're going to be wasted, even though they're just thinner pieces. They're going to be great on another card very shortly. Before I glue down the sentiment, I just want to check how it looks and whether I need to add any more little bits. And I'm just going to add 1 little piece to the side and cut off any excess, but it's got little gold sparkles on that part, and I just think that goes really nice. And what I decided to do with this sentiment is have the rose gold underneath, and then with the U part of the thank you, I decided to have the black underneath, and just to change it up a little bit. And I love how it turned out. Have you ever seen such beautiful black roses before? Gorgeous. And then I'm just going to add some black Nouveau drops as well, just to finish off the card. Here's a bit of a close-up of it so that you can see. You could also do the marker pen border with this one as well if you wanted to. But I really love how those florals turned out on those corners like that. And here's another card I created off camera, and we're using obviously the cobalt blue tape again. Isn't it gorgeous? And I'm going to show you how easy to create this design, and I'm going to be using the leftovers from the last card that I said don't throw out because we can easily use them. I made the mistake of popping them back on the wrong side of the backing, so they kind of stick a little harsher to it. So just make sure that when you're popping them back onto the backing that you've got it the right way up. And I tore it a little bit, but you'll never know. I still use it. I pop it on there, and you'll see here you can't see it, so it's fantastic. Don't think you have to throw it out if you accidentally tear a piece. And so I'm going to be popping all of these down on the bottom of this piece, and they can hang over the edge a little bit. It doesn't really matter because I'll be just cleaning it all up with my knife and ruler. You can use a trimmer, and you can just overlap all of these. So that's what I'm doing here. I want it nice and full down the bottom and just going up the side a little bit. So I'll just keep adding until I'm happy with how it all looks. PET tape is seriously so easy to create with. I've only been using it for the last few months, and I already feel like an expert in it. I'm also going to cut a thin strip of rose gold paper and a black thin strip as well, because I'm not sure which I'm going to use yet. You could use both. I've put both on. It looks really nice, but I'm going to go into my stash of really old papers, and I have this black and white paper pad. So I'm going to try all the different papers and see which looks nicest, and I wonder whether you'll agree with me. I'm going to show you the ones that I think don't look so good as well, and which one would you choose? So I think because the PET tape is just so beautiful and delicate, it really needs something luxurious with it, and so I've chosen the black patterned paper that has not flocking, but it has texture to it, and I think this goes really beautifully. There was only one or two that would go with these florals, I think. Some of the other scribbly patterns just wouldn't look any good. So that's how I choose. I pop them all down next to it to have a look. I'll make a thin line of glue where the two pieces of paper meet, and then I can put the rose gold strip along that part, and I love how this always looks. I'll cut off the overhanging bits, and this way you don't need to cut to size ever. Then I'm going to use a sentiment die that I have in my stash as well, and I've just used black this time. And so the two cards come out very different, but they still are a similar design, so you can really change things up and create however you like. You can create your own versions of these, or you can copy mine. I'm always flattered if you like mine enough to copy. That's all good with me. But if you do show your cards on social media, I would love a little shout out that you got the design idea from me. That would be lovely. You could always hashtag Lucy Patrick, and hopefully then I might even get notified so that I can have a look at your work too. Wow, and now here we are at the end of the video, and so I haven't even told you about the $100 the washi tape voucher that is up for grabs. So what I'll do is I better create another card, and then I can tell you how to enter. So these are the cards that I've used using the Florentia PET tape, and I've made them the same type of way as the other ones as well. I used perfect pearls for the sentiment and for a little bit of splattering instead of Nuvo drops for that one. And here's one more card that I've made as well using the cobalt blue. And I used my electric blue metallic paper to give it a nice border on this one. So now I'll create another card without walking you through it, but I'm going to add a lot of layers to this one, and I'm also going to time it so we can see how long it takes. I have cut these out of the tape already, and I've done the little bit of fussy cutting, but it didn't take me long as I don't do it particularly well. I just like to make sure that there's just a thin border between each one. You may notice that the clock is going faster than it really is, but that's because I've sped up the video a little as I want you to see the whole making of the card, but I may cut some of the card making part out of it if it's not relevant, as I don't want to bore you with it all. So if you see it click over all of a sudden to even further ahead in time, that's why. So if you're still watching this far through, thank you so much, and I bet you're one of my subscribers. I can't believe that I've reached over 10,000 subscribers already last week, and so I'm so excited, and I have some exciting news. I have like the next 6 videos. I'm going to be giving away vouchers from all the companies that I love. They've all been so generous and said, yeah, sure, let's give you a voucher to give away to your viewers, and I love that. So today the Washi Tape Shop is giving a huge voucher to someone. So they've given us $100 gift voucher. So how cool is that? You could buy so many washi tapes and PET tapes with that. The link to their shop is below, so if you want to start having a look at what you would buy with a $100 voucher, go ahead. They've got so many things. I have 6 competitions, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of entries. So I really need to keep it very simple. So if you'd like to enter this giveaway, please add your name as you want it written in the drawer. So I need you to write it in capital letters so I don't miss your entry. If you'd like to add any comments about this video and the cards, I love that, but please write it in a separate comment so I don't miss your entry. I want you all to have the chance to win any of the prizes that you want to enter. And each prize will have a separate draw, so you'll need to add your name to each video comment to be entered. And only I'll be collecting your names for the draw. And then if you win, I'll need your email or postal address to give the company so they can email or post you the prize. But that's it. These wonderful companies are asking for nothing in return. So I hope if you need a little retail therapy, you'll check out the links in my video, as you'll be supporting them, and you'll actually also be supporting my YouTube channel too, because I might earn a small commission. But overall, I use products from these companies because I absolutely love them. Their customer service is so good as well, and they are just, the products, so beautiful. And if you want to go shopping now at the Washi Tape Shop, you can use code LucyPatrick10 to receive 10% off your order. And I'll have that code written down below in the description box. And also they have a New Year giveaway special as well. And if you spend over $75, you get a free Princess Room Blue Wide PET tape. So you basically get a free PET tape as well, and that's an automatic qualification in the checkout. So I'm not sure if you've tried this before, but sometimes if I don't have the correct embossing powder color, or I don't want to risk my paper warping a little bit with the heat embossing, I've used the Versamark ink and then a little bit of Perfect Pearls, and I have this in white and 2 different shades of gold as well. And you can just pop it straight over the embossing ink and it sticks to that, and it doesn't really stick to the rest. I did use my little homemade duster so that it didn't stick to all the white parts that I didn't want it to. But I'm not sure if you actually need to do that or not. And I don't mind if it does have a little bit of that dusting around the sentiment. I think it still looks nice, and you'll see in one of the cards that I did the same as this has a little bit more of the shading behind the sentiment, and this one doesn't because I was a little bit lighter handed with it, and I like the way both turn out. I didn't quite chop off enough of the white card, so I'll just chop a little bit extra off so that I have that very thin gold border. I have to be very careful though, because I've already put the glue down on the back of this card, so I don't want to place my ruler down too heavy on it and have it get stuck. With the other card, I've got a little bit thicker gold border, so I'll put the 2 cards together in a moment so that you can see the comparison. With these Perfect Pearls, I've just added a little bit of water to the Perfect Pearls and then used my paintbrush to just make some little splatters, trying to stay away from the sentiment a bit. And here's the 2 cards next to each other. As you can see, they're quite similar, but they're very different. I've used whatever is on my desk at the time, basically. So I hope you've really enjoyed this. Don't forget to enter by using capital letters your name that you would like put in the drawer. It doesn't matter if it's your actual name or a nickname. And this is a worldwide competition, and I'll draw a winner 2 weeks from today. So I hope this video has given you some ideas with using up some of your stash or tempting you into buying new goodies. I'll also have these cards posted on Instagram and my blog as soon as I can, so you can find the links to them in the description box below too. So thank you so much to the Washi Tape Shop for this amazing prize, and thank you for you watching this video and hopefully being subscribed to my channel. Don't forget to please give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and share it with any of your crafting friends. Love to you all. Happy crafting, and bye for now.